today. It is really, truly raining here in the desert of Abu Dhabi, in the stunning Yes Marina Island. It's 20 cars, 19, because Passion Rockin' has just been disqualified, fighting for pole position in this unforgettable Tier 3 and Tier 4 Race Spec F1 2020 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome by Antovarlo and of course the one and only Alex Pato 94. Ale, how awesome this qualifying session will be. Probably the only way that there is in the world to make the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix circuit any interesting.
Yes, it does, definitely. Good evening to all of you guys. Last round of the season. Let's hope we have better racing than in real life. This rain is already kind of weird to see, and I don't know, drivers are telling me that the race is going to be dry, so the real challenge will be only during qualifying. But still, it is a full grid. Like, GG to the guys who showed up, because that's what we're aiming for. That's what we aim every single race and every single time. So thanks for all the drivers for joining, and I think it's going to be a real fun race. But let's go with you with the commentating, and let's see if someone goes already on first lap.
And it's Sam, 151.1, provisional pole position. And Ale, it's going to be very interesting to know, because we don't really have any stat or idea, let's face it, on how fast a fastest lap is going to be around this track with wet condition. We really don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Not even the drivers, I think, have an idea, because it's so unlikely, even in this game, to have rain in places like Bahrain and Abu Dhabi. So, yeah, I think it's going to be one-of-a-kind qualifying. I mean, I think no driver has a benchmark to see. It's just about, you know, putting the power down and hoping the car stays stick, basically, for the whole
Absolutely.
lap.
But yeah. Look at this. 3 drivers in 120 thousandths of a second. Cody 54545 just puts on the provisional pole position lap of 150.999. Wow, what a good lap compared to
those two guys.
Some of the others.
Yeah, let's remember Cody and Tidal Wave are both Tier 4, and it's only 0.005 of a second separating them. So,
wow. Meanwhile, we're looking at Olisi. He was doing an very interesting tactic to save ERS at the exit of the corners, and does it? Oh, and it works. 150.27 tenths of a second quicker than P2. And I don't know if you were looking at it, Ale, from your perspective, but he's always on lean ERS mode out of the corners. But look at YouTube Nova. 149.6. 149.6. That's a statement. That's an absolute statement.
Yes, it does. And I think the drivers will even be... I mean, the times get lower and lower as we go towards the end of the session, because, of course, being in these wet conditions with basically anybody testing this, I guess, it's going to be... They're basically blind, so they need to gain confidence lap by lap. And I think YouTube Nova has made a really big benchmark, but I think there's some room for every single driver to improve. Let's watch Liebenau.
Just like Liebenau, who puts a 149.7 on his second or even third attempt, thus saying basically that you're right. It's all about confidence. It's all about getting used to the stranger conditions. And also, of course, getting used to your car and the track itself. But relatively still close session, considering that, as we have always said in this championship, considering how many times we have seen rain in qualifying for this tier, the gaps always tend to be really big when it comes to this kind of qualifying sessions, when it's wet, especially in a track like this, where a quick lap on the wet should be around 150. But
Yes.
The top 5 are in less than a second and second point 3. So, a lot of them have done multiple attempts. So I think our drivers are behaving quite well.
Yeah, they do actually, and we can call it the rain tier. This one because as some of the people who watched us since the very beginning, there have been a lot of wet sessions. I mean, even both qualifying and races in some events were both wet. So yeah, it's been fun actually to watch those races. You remember Austria, for example, where like it was raining, then stopping raining, then raining again. I mean, that makes racing unpredictable, and it's always good for us to watch. Maybe not so good for the drivers because they always have a lot of pressure in their hands, but still, for us, it's a good show. So
Absolutely, I completely agree with you. Especially in a track like this, where sometimes things tend to be dull. There's sometimes action in the on track maybe may not be anything spectacular. With the rain, even though it's only qualifying, it does provide some kind of bigger entertainment for one particular reason. Not for one, for multiple particular reasons then. One, it spices up the grid. The grid will definitely be more different compared.
mixed up, yeah.
Yes, will be more mixed. And second, free tire choice at the beginning.
yeah.
And a track like this, where really the one stop and the two stop are really close when it comes to effectiveness. I can see some runners maybe going with mediums, probably hoping to go mediums then softs till the end, or maybe going medium soft soft. But I will be very surprised if I see drivers going on hards, to be completely honest with you. But, to be honest, once again, in this tier, we have seen most times, a lot of times, very weird decisions to be taken with strategies. I mean, in the meantime, sorry Ale, to interrupt you, Rockflash was doing a quick lap, and there was a Alpha Tauri, I think of Eric Holm, who was basically in the middle of the double right-hander, right before getting underneath the hotel section, and for I don't know what saint, they didn't collide, and that was incredible.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't watching this. Well, we were talking about strategy, right? Well, talking about strategy, I mean, it's, as you said, one stopper with hards and two stoppers with double mediums are really close for each other. And especially because the first sector, as you can see, it's full of 90-degree corners. So basically, tire grip is so important in this sector. You need to stick the car and slow in, fast out, and basically on hards you're gonna struggle a lot. But still, if you have a good pace, you can skip the drivers, stop once more, even if they have the tire advantage for the whole race. It's an interesting one, to be honest. I won't quote what Kimi said about this track, because I think I will be banned from YouTube. But still, first sector is
He didn't
really
say that
nice.
it was a hit, let's say that.
Yeah.
He said
he
that
said
was
he
a hit.
did it. He just doesn't like this track, apart from the first sector. So I think many of you can recall it. But maybe it's... Is it stopping the rain? No, it's not.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, and I think now the drivers will go flat out in these last 5 minutes to see what happens. And really looking forward for this race. Really.
Yes, we're looking at the onboard of Tidal Wave as he crosses the line. That he does improve. He does a 150.5, puts him only P6, however, but only 0.02 of a second from P5.
Yeah,
wow.
Passion Furetto with a really good lap with P5, and he's getting back on track at the moment.
Now we're on board with YouTube Nova. He has some traffic in front of ODD Renheim, the Alfa Romeo driver of Tier 4. But his lap time. Oh, he almost loses the control of the back of the car. Once again, the double right-hander that we have talked about before. I think losing the backhand in that particular sector may only mean one thing, and that is that you don't have a very strong back. Like, you don't really have a lot of rear wing. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and almost YouTube Nova almost overshoots it.
Yeah, he got the lap invalidated in the penultimate corner, so he just decided to go to the pits. You know, it's a really good place to be, Abu Dhabi. I don't think it's a really good place in real life to race on, but still, I think those drivers are really behaving really well, especially because, for example, Cody's from Tier 4 and he's E3 fighting with the champs. I mean, fighting with the big boys.
Yes.
So...
Ale, now let's go on board with Tommy because he's just starting his fast lap, and let's see the secrets of this track. Over to you.
Yeah, Tommy is already in the second S of the first sector. Now he's finishing the first sector. Then there is a chicane, left and right, which heads into an hairpin. It's a really tricky zone, to be honest, because the hairpin is going to be, the exit of the hairpin is going to be key to have a good lap. Because as you can see, this straight is quite long. It is a really, really long straight with the DRS zone, followed by a chicane, and then another long straight, which is not as long as the first one, but still, let's remember, it's going to be really important for the race here, because if someone overtakes in the first straight, then the guy who's behind will have DRS. So basically, there will be a kind of switching sides in the end. So a driver can get past, but then can risk to get back passed by the guy in front. So, and it's really good to see. I mean, we saw it on Sunday as well. Maybe not so many overtakes, but still, there were some drivers who were really trying to overtake back in the second straight, and I think those drivers will try to do that. Tommy is behaving really well. The right-hander you were calling the double apex, usually, I mean, you go flat out on dries. So now he is finishing his lap, and I think it's a really good lap, to be honest, quite, you know, tidy. And now he heads into the last corner, he crosses the line, and he does a 14.9, puts it into P3. I think it was a good lap. I mean, he didn't make many mistakes. Just, you know, looking confident.
Yes, it truly was. But look at Liba now, 149.3, pole position by the house driver. Meanwhile, King Kiski got disqualified from the session for driving backwards, trying to get back inside the pit.
Yeah, and there is 3 retirements as well. Passion Jack for McLaren, George for Mercedes, and Eric from Alfa Tauri.
Yes.
Even retires now because, of course,
doesn't have any time.
He doesn't think he can improve this time. I mean,
no, but also I don't think that he will have time. He's only 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. We're on board with YouTube Nova, who's 0.3 of a second down in his first sector, and he's completely alone. He will not have any traffic in front because the first cars, as you can see from the minimap, are already on the second straight. So let's be on board with him. We'll remove all the interfaces besides the map, besides the lap time, just to see. Sorry guys, just to see how quick he's gonna go. As you can see on the bottom, there is the fastest lap of Liban at 149.378. Let's see if the Ferrari driver can indeed improve this amazing pole position lap of the Haas driver. Second sector, he's down 4/10 on his previous best, which would put him P1. But he needs to be very careful in this third sector, because we know that the cars who tend to be fastest in the second and first sector tend to be very, very slow in this part. Double apex. Down 5 gear into second. Short shifted to up to third to reduce wheel speed. Stay in third underneath the hotel section. short shift up to 4th. Try to use as much track as possible on the exit. Try to cut as much as possible for turn 20. Down 2.
Yeah, he's gonna be on pole. He's gonna be on pole, definitely.
For turn 21. And he does improve!
Yeah.
148.9! Out of the bag!
The only one who goes below the 149s. But I just saw, I mean, he had the pole position in his hands, because let's remember, the last lap he made a mistake in that lap, double right-hander.
And he had traffic too.
Exactly. But let's not forget about Tommy, because look how close he was to Liebe now, and he's actually finishing his second lap.
Yes, so we're on board with him.
He's
3 tenths down! And he's gonna be very close for pole position!
Yeah, wait
but
for it.
He will have some traffic, however, in front of a racing point. I don't know if it's Rock Flash or Olizi.
He's really careful with the gears, Tommy.
Oh, and there's a massive crash in front of Rock Flash. I don't know if you've seen it. I just saw his car completely destroying.
Rosberg car TK and 2012.
Yeah, but even worse. I don't know if he did that on purpose or he completely lost the control of his car. But Tommy doesn't seem to be that much affected. He's gonna go on turn 21. Let's see if he can. He did improve, and he does improve, but not enough to put him into pole position, but enough for him to be P2 and on the first row of the grid. What a qualifying session! We said it. We said it. It was gonna be a weird qualifying session because it's gonna be weird weather here in Abu Dhabi, and weirdly enough, we were entertained by a qualifying session here in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, and weirdly enough, Ferrari is in pole position, not so common to see. Of course, not for you, YouTube Nova, it's not a personal thing, of course. But still, Ferrari Mercedes, that looks really realistic. Maybe 2018, maybe not today. But still, GG to you all, guys.
Yes, let's recap it. Let's recap the top 10 very quickly. YouTube Nova for Ferrari pole position, Tommy for Mercedes P2, Liebenau Haas P3, Cody P4 for Renault, Rock Flash P5 for Racing Point, Odagar Volkswagen P6 for Williams, Passion Furetto P7 for McLaren, Sam P8 for Alfa Romeo, P9 for Olizi with Racing Point, and P10 for Tidal Wave for Alfa Tauri.
This is gonna be.
And now we're ready to go racing, and it's gonna be dry. The runners will only have literally one lap to get used to the new conditions, and that will be the formation lap. So, if you were YouTube Nova right now, would you do a fast formation lap to get used to maybe a little bit better?
It depends on what tires it starts on. Because actually you don't want to burn out softs if you start on softs. The first thing we need to see is actually the starting tire of every driver, because I think it's going to be key to see and to see what how the race can develop. So I'm really curious about the choices the drivers will get right now. But yeah, looking forward for it. And rain is gone. So let's see.
10 seconds to go, and then we'll all know the various strategies. Of course, I'll let you take care of them when the screen pops up, so we'll have a quicker understanding thanks to you. I think a lot of the runners are already on mediums, if I'm seeing correctly.
Yes, and actually everybody basically on mediums except for 4 drivers. Cody, who starts in P4 with new softs, then Oli and Tidal Wave in fifth row of the grid with softs, and then OWR Shumi going
Our
long.
favorite.
Yeah, going long with those hards. Let's see. I mean, it's a good choice to start on mediums, to be honest, because you can choose between like having 1 stopper medium hards or like going with 2 stopper mediums, medium softs, or medium soft softs. It's really, I don't know. There's not one so faster strategy, you know.
Yes.
Compared to the others. So It's all about racecraft.
To be completely honest with you, I actually this time would have probably preferred to start on softs.
Yeah.
Because
I agree. Yeah.
To do soft, medium, soft, because you'll have a massive undercut. The undercut in this track is immense.
Yeah, that's true. Plus, I mean, what you say is right, because basically, especially for the top 3 drivers, I mean, they have potential to really, you know, get that gap from the others if they put new softs on. So they would actually, you know, get a big gap since the first laps. So I don't know. I think it was worth it maybe for Liebenau, Tommy, and YouTube Nova to start on softs.
Yeah, especially Liebenau, because Liebenau had the pace. We know he has the pace normally, so I think he would have jumped them by the end of maybe the second or third lap with DRS.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's see.
And let's keep a close eye on Cody, because he will have a better start. I mean, theoretically, he will have a better start than the guys in front.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
They really need to keep an eye on him, because he can even get into P2 or even P1. In the meantime, Liebenau is stuck in. I mean, the game is like glitching because Liebenau is not in the spot. It's like in the middle of the grid.
But we can see we're on board with him, and it's hilarious. Okay, no, it's still like that.
Oh,
okay, now we got reset back. And it's 5 lights, I guess. We don't see them.
Where's the lights? No, it's not starting. Maybe it's glitching.
Maybe it's glitching, maybe we don't know.
Lights are not starting yet, so...
Lights are still not out. We're on board with YouTube Nova, and we're seeing what he's seeing. We're also seeing it... Oh, here they are. Here they are. 4, 5 lights! And... the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix is off! Great start by Cody, who already immediately jumps Liebenau, and he also gets Tommy for P2. Does he? No, he doesn't. He almost spins. He loses control of the car. Fantastic start by YouTube Nova. It's going to be side by side by Rogue Flash and Elise. Will Elise get the position? And yes, he does. Yes, he does. And also Tidal Wave. Tidal Wave at the outside of Cody. Will he make the move stick? There's a bit of contact, and Tidal Wave is sent off. Now we're gonna be side by side in the main straight. The 2 runners with soft tires. But in the meantime, behind, Sam is gonna be really close, maybe trying to go for a move. In the inside of Tidal Wave, he tries to go for the move, but he can't stay getting Tidal Wave, and Cody once again side by side.
There's so much action
and
run
Sam
here.
Takes both of them. Wow. But look at Jay-Z 19 at the outside, from the outside of Cody, and Cody Tidal Wave touch again. 3 times in the span of half a lap. And and Jay-Z almost loses control of the car. What a start, and Max Leon takes him now. But now let's head back to Tommy and Liebenau. We're really, really close, and they're fighting for P2. What a start!
Start from Ollie. I was watching the position change. Ollie gains. Oh no, as he spins. Oh, he breaks his front wing. Oh no.
He spun. Oh my god.
I was saying he gained 5 positions at the start.
The commentator curse hits again.
And I don't want to say it again, but look at Passion Rocking. He started last, and now he's in P12, 8 positions.
P11 actually now. Oh well, probably P12 because it's glitching.
It's P12, but 8 positions gained in 1 lap. Wow.
Wow. But now let's do a quick recap of the top 5. YouTube Nova P1, Tommy P2, 6 tenths behind the Ferrari driver, Liebenau P3, Rogue Flash P4, Seb P5, Tidal Wave, the first runner with softs, in P6 after an incredible battle with Cody. I don't know if both of their cars are okay. Cody's 1.7 seconds behind Tidal Wave, so probably he has some front wing damage. We don't know about that. We'll definitely see in the first round of pit stops. Wow.
Cody just doesn't seem to have ERS already, so that's why he's
Oh,
struggling.
and Sam with Road Flash.
Road Flash.
And Road Flash keeps the position. But now Sam is going to be really close. Sam is going to probably try to go for a move on the inside. Will he? No, he doesn't. He thinks better of it, but he has used almost all of his ERS. Meanwhile, Road Flash has 70% left. But Sam seems to have the pace, but also has a 3-second penalty.
Yeah, Sam is trying to push a lot. I think he just needs to stick with Road Flash. I think they have similar pace in the end. So I think it's not worth it to fight each other. But he looks really aggressive still.
Yes, and now DRS, of course, being enabled, and Tommy puts on the fastest lap, but however, does a mistake at the exit of turn 1. This will probably left him to be a prey for Liebenau, because Liebenau is only half a second behind the Mercedes driver, and Tommy is 9/10 from YouTube Nova. So if he doesn't get a good exit from here, he'll probably lose a lot. But no, actually, he has a fantastic exit. And we have a yellow flag in the meantime.
Eric is on round.
Let's
keep you on leader, so get you updated on this.
Yes, we're actually on board with, sorry to interrupt you, with JZ19 because he's really close to Leon. He's definitely going to try to go for a move on the inside. Leon moves to the right, try to cover the outside, and actually JZ thinks better of it. Probably because he wants to overtake at the second straight, but also in the meantime, Passion Jack, and Volkswagen, they both get overtaken by Jord. Fantastic move by the Mercedes runner. And also Leon versus JZ. Let's see.
All side by
side. Side by side.
Well.
And Leon. Leon. P8 for him. But that's, once again, JZ's really close. He's going to go for the inside. And it was never going to end well. It was never going to end well.
I was about to say that. I mean, he had his overtake on basically when he was 1/10 behind the car ahead. So basically, you're gonna crash. That's what happens.
Yes, and that what's happened now is that Liebenau just put the fastest lap of the race, and is 3/10 behind Tommy, who's more than 1 second away from YouTube Nova.
YouTube Nova is really having a lot.
It's another yellow flag. I don't know what's happening. I think it's once again Eric Holm, who's having an absolute dreadful race. But Tommy has a fantastic exit out of that chicane before the hairpin. And at least he does the fastest lap with, of course, new tires. Let's see if Liebenau is able to get any close to Tommy, but they both don't seem to have enough ERS to attack the car, the respective car in front. Either YouTube Nova for Tommy and Tommy himself for Liebenau, because YouTube Nova is actually waving left and right, but is doing it within the rules and also not using a lot of ERS. He has 64% left. Meanwhile, his two enemies of this race, rivals of this race, have only 30% left.
Yeah. And let's not forget about Kinkiski.
But in the meantime, sorry to interrupt you again. There's another Leon versus Jord fight with Leon getting keeping P8. But I don't know how he did that, because it really looked like he had cut like half a track to keep that position. No surprise he has a 3-second penalty. Let's not forget about Kinkiski, is sitting in P11, quite anonymous race from him. We know he has the pace. But he was starting last.
Yeah, he was 19.
Oh, and Passion Rock is spun. And let's see if he's able to enter the pits. Yes, he does. Let's go quickly once again to Liebenau, because he's once again really close to Tommy. But Tommy has always on his side that fantastic exit out of the hairpin, who puts him really close to YouTube Nova. But YouTube Nova has 50% ERS left. Tommy only 26, and is not using it now, of course, because he also needs to be aware of the fact that he doesn't have it too much.
Yeah, exactly. We know YouTube Nova already. He likes to play with this ERS button. He usually he saves a lot towards the beginning of the race, and then pushes towards the end. So that's kind of a YouTube Nova race in this case. No, are there other battles on track?
Yes, Jordan and Leon once again. They're both without ERS. Let's see if he can go for the move. Oh, and they touched. They touched a little bit, but they both keep their nose clean, and most importantly, they both hold positions.
Yeah, maybe Leon should have given a bit more space there, but still.
I think it was fair. I think it was within the rules and the etiquette of...
And Libeno is actually about to lose the DRS from Tommy.
Yes. I think he pushed too much at the beginning, burned up his tires a little bit, and most importantly used his CRS too much. And now, for the first time actually, Tommy's really close to YouTube Nova before the chicane. And he's only 6/10 now away. So if he's able to repeat how well he does this part, YouTube Nova may be under attack.
Yeah, we know how good he exits from this corner, and I think he did again.
Yes, he gained 1/10 only in that corner.
Yeah, it will be really close.
Yes, but now look, YouTube Nova has used quite a lot of ERS because he only has 39% now, and Tommy has 34%. So what Tommy needs to do now is continue to do what he's doing and not use overtake now. He shouldn't be using it now. He should be using it only trying to scare YouTube Nova probably, and most importantly, when he can overtaking him.
Yeah, throwing the dummy, as the English say. Just, you know, pretending you're using this overtake button just to let YouTube Nova think that he needs to use it. He's doing a good job, Tommy, in the end, because he wants to, you know, pressurize YouTube Nova to make a decision and to push more. So he wants YouTube Nova to go on limit, basically. He wants YouTube Nova to go on limit. And now I think he is, every lap basically there's someone in the top 3 who loses something. You know, last lap was Liebenau, now it's Tommy. But yeah. And always no other fights. Trucking, Kiske has overtaken Jack, I guess.
We must have overtaken him in a very weird point of the track because the last time we saw it, it was on the 3rd sector. So ballsy move. We don't know about it by the Red Bull driver.
Yeah, there's a lot of cars actually from P11 from P10 from P16.
Ale, watch out for Tommy because he's now really close to YouTube Nova. He will not go for the move on this corner, but how about the next one? Short shift up to 3rd. He has a slightly worse exit than YouTube Nova. He will be too far away from him though. YouTube Nova keeps on moving left and right, but now he has less ERS than his rival. In the meantime, let's continue to fight to look at the never-ending fight between Leon and Jord. Once again, side by side. Once again, they're both without ERS. But Jord has DRS. And will he go for the move? Yes, he does. But Jord keeps it straight. And let's see. Oh, there's not actually contact. And Jord finally takes the position from Leon. Meanwhile, there's a yellow flag on track.
There is, I think, Eric Holm, who is outside the track. Yeah, he rejoined. So all good in spins again. Another yellow flag.
But, Ale, look from Jord to... Look at the train that is being forming, basically.
Yeah, exactly. I was saying that before. So it's like a lot of cars in around 7 or 8 seconds. So an undercut can be really helpful for the guys behind.
Cody just pits now. However, he had done probably some mistake because he had fallen back quite a lot. And there's a yellow flag again. I think it's once again Eric Holm who finally, mercifully retires from the session after being more than 2 minutes, if I'm not wrong, away from the last.
Yeah.
What a bad race for him.
Yeah, I was analyzing a bit Tommy in his own words. I think he just short shifts, too much in the exit of the straights. because I mean it's good for the tires, of course, but Libanais wants to have a go, but thinks better of it. But still, you know, if you want to push the driver in front, you need traction. So, you know, sometimes he just needs to, you know, get into the fight mode. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
And I think he won't suffer. He won't suffer wheel spin, I guess. So the advice for him, if he really wants to overtake YouTube Nova, is just send it from the beginning, from the traction zone, and see what he can do.
Unless he's saving tires to probably go one stop, or I don't know, an overcut. You know, the traffic is quite big though around this track.
Yeah, that's true. Having a full grid always has this issue, you know. And in the meantime, I think Jay-Z was trying to having a go on Passion Jack, but didn't work out. And Leon is really close to Jord, always, as always. Ferrari versus
but also
Mercedes.
now Libanau is really close to Tommy, and Tommy is really close to YouTube Nova.
It was and Jay-Z what a move on the outside. What a bold one wanted to make, and he does. No, he goes wide.
It doesn't. Oh,
well,
it's gonna be side by side. We're looking at it right now. Let's see.
well,
Oh, what a race! And Jay-Z loses 2 positions actually.
look at Ferretto. Look at Ferretto, because he will have better traction. Jay-Z has front wing damage.
And Leon has overtaken Jord again, by the way.
Yeah. Let's see Ferretto getting the slipstream of Jay-Z into the braking zone on the inside, makes the move stick. Well done.
Clean move. Good move. Great
Jay-Z
overtake.
is suffering a lot. He's missing the lateral flap. So.
Oh, look at once again Leon versus Jord. I don't know, they look like France and Great Britain. They're really all over each other every single lap. Oh my god, it's gonna be side by side once again into the double apex. And Leon does the move. Leon does the move. However, we don't know how many penalties they both have, but this has allowed Jim Straw to catch them up.
Yeah.
But let's go. In the meantime, Rockflash and Sam have pitted, but now Libanau is really close to Tommy once again. Less than a little bit more than 2/10 separate the two drivers.
Yeah.
I'm losing my words.
Yeah, there's too much action actually, and
so much so for a dull race.
Yeah, for this track, we're not getting used to it. We need to get used to it, and it seems like Rockflash and Sam want to be together the whole race. By the way, because they just did it together. And yeah, leaving out the
Tommy locks up a little bit.
You know, Cody has overtaken Jay-Z. No, he goes to the pits. Jay-Z's gone to the pits. And now he will.
Let's go. I would suggest to go on board once again with Jord.
Yeah,
because he's really once again very close to Leon.
I mean, he's so aggressive. He has the overtake button stuck on, even on the chicane.
Yeah, I want to hope that it's because he's using automatic and not because he's actually thinks it's a good idea. We're on board with Jimstraw because with this we can see it, and they both go really wide.
Oh,
Jord
yeah.
has pushed Leon. Oh, and I don't know if Jimstraw still has his front wing intact. If he has, that must have been extremely good reaction time for the Renault driver. Meanwhile, Kingiski versus Rockflash. Oh, and Sam is touched with Kingiski. And he goes on the inside.
Yeah, cutting the corner, but
he does the move though.
Yeah, I mean, of course, he's in traffic, so he really wants to get an advantage with those soft tires.
But in the meantime, sorry, Ale. YouTube Nova has spit and puts new mediums. So definitely going 2 stops. But now Libanau is really close to Tommy. He will definitely go for the move. Because Tommy, of course, doesn't have any DRS. And he's not using his ERS.
But still.
He's going to protect probably the inside.
Side by side.
And YouTube Nova must be enjoying and loving this. And Tommy keeps a position. And actually, Libanau loses quite a lot of time. and YouTube Nova will for sure undercut them by a lot.
Yeah, and YouTube Nova doesn't even get traffic, you know, it just
he doesn't.
Yeah, it's really looking good for him.
Rogue Flash overtakes Leon?
Yeah, it will gain almost at least 1.5 seconds in this lap from the guys in front. So I guess it will be outside of the DRS zone, and it will be just, you know, management for him towards the end of the race.
And Sam, what a move over Leon! But will he try to do the switchback? He was pushed kind of wide, but he's able to keep the position. But how many penalties does he have? That's the question. But now YouTube Nova has gained 2 seconds on Liebenau and Tommy.
Yeah, let's say Sam is quite. Let's say Sam is quite way behind. He has 18 seconds of penalties. And
also, tidal wave at the inside of Passion Jack, starting the double apex corner, and probably they touch again. No, they don't. Yes, they do. And tidal wave and Passion Jack are side by side once again. Oh, and there's a yellow flag. Wow. I don't know what's happening. And tidal wave keeps the position because Passion Jack actually goes in the pits.
Yeah, but still, guys, I mean, stop fighting every single corner. Like, we cannot follow all this action, like, first, and second, it's bad for your race. So,
yes,
you know,
it's better to lose maybe a second than have a front wing completely off.
Can I say something though?
Yes.
Can I say something though?
Absolutely.
Are Tommy and Liebenau actually thinking about going on hards? Pitting in this lap?
If you want to go on hards, you pit way earlier. You don't pit now. You could have pitted as soon as YouTube Nova stayed out, like pitted.
Or maybe they wanna.
If they want to go on softs, I mean, at the end, Sam, I think he had done something like 10 laps on softs. So I mean, it would make sense. But YouTube Nova is catching them by a lot of time. By a lot. He's 13 seconds behind Liebenau now. And Liebenau pits. Liebenau goes into the pits. Probably going... Maybe he can also go double softs. Something that we haven't thought about.
Yeah.
YouTube Nova will definitely jump him. He has gained 6 seconds over the duo in this 3 laps where it did the undercut, and I don't know if Liebenau will be able to gain 6 seconds on him though. And Liebenau actually goes on the hards, and Sam is retired into the pit. I don't know why. And Liebenau has hard tires, so he's definitely going to go to the end. And YouTube Nova now needs to push like an animal. We know he can. Most of the time he has done it. But, I mean, it's not gonna be easy. Let's be honest.
No, it's not gonna be easy. And yeah, lobby gaps are glitching at the moment because the host left, which was Sam. I actually don't know why he retired.
Probably too many penalties could be that.
Yeah, but still he was having fun, you know, having good fights, so who
yes.
cares? It's the last race of the season, so, you know. But still. Passion Jack has joined in P18 after his first stop, and Rogue Flash is really looking good actually for the podium. Yeah, Liebenau has gone actually on hards.
Yes, I said it before. Are you looking at the race or not, mate?
Nah, I'm not. No, actually, I'm watching at other drivers because, you know, it's a lot of action going on. Like, for example, OWR Bucks Viking wants to have a move on Jord for P9.
Yes, that was going to be very ballsy. But also, like, take a look at something. OWR Shumi is on hards. He's on 12 laps, and he's in P11. And
yeah.
Oh, and also Tommy pits, and he puts hards as well.
I don't know. That's kind of pointless.
YouTube Nova. Yes,
yeah,
nah, it's stupid. I wanna be honest. It's stupid. I'm gonna use a strong term because what is the point of doing 13 laps on mediums and getting undercut like crazy by YouTube Nova to put hards who can do easily 16 or 17 laps? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, you know, they just gave YouTube Nova the win. I mean, it's only up to YouTube Nova to lose this race.
And also,
you know?
let's remember one thing: YouTube Nova will then put soft tires at the end.
Yeah, of course. I think
he has 8 seconds of advantage over Liebenau now.
Yeah.
8 seconds and 11 on Tommy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They just gave YouTube Nova the race win, which is bad for us, actually. I was really looking forward for a battle on the last lap for the last race of the season, to be honest.
But it could still be. You could see probably...
Yeah, there's the S word, you know, the safety car. That...
Yeah, I mean, also if YouTube Nova is not able to gain as much as he wants to.
Yeah. Knowing the drivers, I mean, they're really close in terms of pace, so the tire advantage really makes a role here. So, let's see. Looking good for YouTube Nova in the end, by the way. That was what I was trying to say.
Yes, he gained 1.5 seconds over Liebenau. Yeah. 1.5 seconds, and Liebenau has new tires. It just put it a lap ago.
Yeah, they did. And in the meantime, there is still 2 drivers who still haven't pitted, which are Jim Straw in P5 and Furetto in P7.
And also
Furetto goes for the pits, but I mean, maybe he wants to go on softs and try to gamble, but still...
I mean, it would, I don't think it would actually work, to be completely honest with you.
No, it won't.
And Liebenau is really struggling. Liebenau is really struggling, by the way.
I really don't understand why Tommy, Furetto, and are putting cards right now. I mean, you're in this position with all mediums. Just go 2 laps later, I mean, stick with it and then put new softs. What's the point of having cards?
Yes, because you're still always going to go stay behind YouTube Nova. You might as well, though, however, gain some time while he still has to pit again. So you're definitely going to stay in front of him because we know YouTube Nova will not be able to completely overcut them. So he will have to overtake them on track. We know about that. But one thing is overtaking someone... Yes, one thing is overtaking someone with soft tires. One thing is overtaking someone with 6 laps old hard tires. Like the delta would be massive.
Yeah, and as Herman Tilke likes, I mean, those traction zone, I mean, those straights have really low speed corners before. So basically, the grip, the tire grip, is key here to get an overtake. And if you don't have that tire advantage, it's gonna be super hard for you to overtake. So,
yes, absolutely. Yeah. And because look at this, Liebenau, he had 8 seconds worth of gap from YouTube Nova. He's now 10.5 seconds behind.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, guys. Next year you're gonna work on strategy.
Oh, at least he does a mistake. In the meantime, or just lets WR Volkswagen to overtake him.
Yes,
WR Volkswagen gets himself to P7, and Jim Straw is in P5. It actually is. Oh, and Tommy has spun.
No,
Tommy he has spun. Tommy has spun.
That's what you get when you put hearts, mate. I mean, what did I say? The low speed corners.
Yes.
I just said that. Maybe I should shut up and just, and retire from this job because it's like cursing everybody. Like, not, of course, not intentionally, guys. I'm sorry for that, but still.
Meantime, there's a nice side-by-side race. There was a nice side-by-side race by Cody and Odegaard Shumi, who's still on hards. The pack is getting close once again in the midfield. Jord versus Olisi. Did he go for a move? No, he thinks better of it.
Yeah, team orders in McLaren. In the meantime, Furetto led Passion Jack by because he has the tire advantage.
And Leon over Kinkiski! Oh, and Kinkiski is able to keep the position. What a bad race by Kinkiski. To be honest, it's only P10.
Yeah, I think he didn't even train. He has, he won the constructors, second in the championship. So
yeah, there's not even his teammates. So.
Yeah.
Rogue Flash Pitch goes on mediums. Tommy will have to be very careful of him as well. And YouTube Nova is now 11 seconds in front of Liebenau. There's a yellow flag in the meantime.
And it's short. It's short. He has spun round. Now he gets.
And he goes now into the pits. Leon, Cody, and Jay-Z are going to be fighting for P10, the last position that does indeed give points in this championship. There's another yellow flag in the meantime.
Which is, I think, Passion Rockin, who just lost in the
virtual safety car. Virtual safety car. For a second, I thought it was going to be a full course yellow safety car. But no, it's a virtual safety car. But we know how, let's say, interesting the virtual safety car is around this track. Around this in this game, let's be honest. Because there's a drive-through like that could be very easy to get.
Yeah. You know what? I would actually, if I was YouTube Nova, I would actually cover Liebe now and put new hearts. I would anyway be in front.
Oh no, so he doesn't pit. That's a very interesting thing. Like go for softs.
Yeah, even for softs. Yeah.
And Jim Stroud gets a drive-through penalty. That's exactly what we said. Watch out for a drive-through penalty.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, let's see, because it's Rock Flash versus Jim Stroud. And for some reason, Jim Stroud is able to keep Rock Flash behind. Oh, and Rock Flash has lost his front wing because Jim Stroud was about to get inside the pits.
No, but I think Rock Flash didn't even move right. You know, he just went straight. So I mean, he has to complain about himself only for this mistake, to be honest.
But I don't understand the strategy that YouTube Nova is doing now. Like, why not pitting now?
Yeah, I mean, I was talking about hearts because, you know, with a virtual safety car, you will come up in front with anyway fresher tires than the guys behind you. So in the end, you know, soft or hards, you're gonna be first. In any case, that's why I was saying hards, just to cover them, but still, and not having any risks towards the end of the race, you know.
I guess he wants to entertain us.
Yeah, he does. This virtual safety car actually didn't help anybody, you know, because when the virtual safety car came out, no one was close to the pits. Because actually Passion Rockin is running last, and actually was last, so basically all the other drivers were
and now retires.
Yeah.
Into the pits, so
for him.
Problem.
There's a Haas who just spun, and it's Jay-Z. Now getting overtaken by Jim Stroh, who just hit it. No, he didn't. No,
he did a drive-through. He did a drive-through penalty. He served the penalty. That's unfortunate because he was doing a really good race.
Yeah, well, a good solid one. I mean, GG for him for keeping it on track and even fighting with Rock Flash with 19 laps old medium tires. Rock Flash gets another 3-second penalty for good measure.
And I think he pits again. I mean, in the meantime, I think I saw a checkered flag for some reason.
It will be like in Canada.
An hallucination, but Leon pits in the meantime. So he frees Cody for try to get Kinkiski. I highly doubt that he's going to be able to catch him, though.
Yeah, we are all waiting for the moment when the other Ferrari will come to the pits. Passion Jack gets speeding. JC retires, and it's on the pits.
Yeah, everyone is retiring for some reason.
Well, I don't know.
Very strange, especially considering it's only 9 laps to go and it's the last race of the season.
And especially because there's so many drivers, like everyone can make a mistake, and like first rule, guys, never give up. First rule of racing, of every single sport, I guess, but still, even in Formula 1, never give up. Do you remember what Perez did 2 weeks ago?
No, I don't remember. Remind me of that, please.
He just got touched by the Ferrari top driver, let's say, and and then he was P18 and then won the race. Yeah, you know, it's just... you're not a huge F1 fan, don't you? Or...
Oh, no, I don't like it. I absolutely don't. I only like virtual.
He actually does this commentating because he gets paid for it.
Yes.
Let's say this. So...
That's why there's the gap is so big between me and him when it comes to quality of commentating, because I actually get paid. Of course, just kidding.
True.
Uh,
Everyone gets the service he pays for. That's true. But anyway, I just wanted to say one thing before getting to the end of the race. Of course, this will be the last race of the season, but don't think Race Spec will disappear, because we won't. And there's a new season coming, of course. It will be, the start is scheduled for the second part of January. I don't know exactly when, but still there will be some changes in the racing rules and stuff like this. So first, remember to sign up again, because even the old drivers will need to sign up for the new season.
I'll have to remember that.
Yeah, exactly, and I should even sign up as well, so I won't forget this. But still, stick with us, because Season 4 is going to be, I think, one of the best seasons from Race Spec. We are turning, our focus on quality rather than quantity, so I hope our drivers will be happy about it, and really looking forward for the new season, to be honest. So yeah, now we go back to the race. I've done my speech.
Thank you very much. That brought a tear to my eye. Yusuf Nova is, of course, still leading the race, 14 seconds ahead of Liebenau, but only 7 laps to go when he will cross the line. But he has to think about pitting now, because otherwise, maybe overtaking Liebenau would be hard.
Is he gonna end up behind Tommy though? What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know how long it would take, to be completely honest with you, to do a lap, to pit in this track. I think it's gonna be around 20 seconds. Not too much. Not more. Leon is fun. Let's see.
And OWR Shumi is now
P9.
Yeah, he's in P9 with new mediums.
With new mediums.
Come on, guys! Like he did a really, really good race on the hards. Just put the softs and send it, mate. I don't know. Yeah, as you said, we saw really weird decisions during
Yes, but one decision that is now weird is what YouTube Nova is doing right now, going into the pits to put a brand new set of fresh, soft red tires, red like his Ferrari. Very quick stop by the Ferrari boys.
Please.
Let's see if he's able to stay in front of Tommy. That's the big question. Leon, by the way,
I think he will. I think he will. Yeah, he will. He's indefinitely.
It's gonna be really close. No, not that much. So only 6. He only has to gain 5 seconds over Liebenau now. Only 5 seconds, and this is gonna be very interesting now. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, but YouTube Nova is 90% ERS and Liebenau is 10.
Yes.
I don't wanna just get the hype down or something, but still you need to be reasonable, and I think YouTube Nova will have a go. Leon is stuck on track. It's just, I don't know.
We're actually on board with Kingiski because he has overtaken Passion Furetto at the exit of turn 2. Wow.
Yeah, new softs versus new hards. That's the difference in high speed.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to see in about 2 laps. Now on YouTube Nova.
Yeah, YouTube Nova has just gained 2 seconds in 2 sectors, and one of these sectors is 2 straights. So,
And he has 90% ERS.
Yeah, he has the race in his hands. So he just needs to take advantage of the mistakes the guys did. We have never been famous for being politically correct, but it's just, this critics is just for helping these drivers to improve as well in the strategy aspect as well. Because in a 50% race, it's not only about pushing.
Yes,
and
most of the time it's actually about strategy alone.
Yeah, a lot more about strategy and management rather than raw pace. We have another retirement in the meantime, which
That's
is
Leon.
Yeah.
Yusuf Nova has gained 1 full second into one sector.
Yeah, he has TRS already, I think. No, he doesn't, but still,
No, he
look
doesn't.
how much is gained without even TRS.
As with just a slight use of ERS.
Yeah, now he wants to wait for the DRS zone.
I mean, do you blame him
For what?
for waiting to go in the DRS zone?
Well, he doesn't want to risk it, so it's.
Yeah, I mean, can you blame him? Can you blame him? Absolutely not.
Nah.
And he takes the position, of course, for the race lead. There's another yellow flag in the meantime. I think it's title win versus Puretta, probably. No, just kidding. It's
Volkswagen
gets P4 from Olisi with new soft tires as well.
Yeah. Who has the fastest lap at the moment? Just for, you know?
Let's see. Probably it's going to be YouTube Nova in this lap, though.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, of course.
Right now, the fastest lap is of Rock Flash, 137.3, but Rock Flash is, of course, retired. And YouTube Nova has a 136.1.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's what he does. I'm sorry for the few enthusiasm for YouTube Nova for the past, but it looks quite obvious, to be honest. That's why we didn't cheer him a lot, even if we are Ferrari squad. But it was quite obvious the overtake was gonna be done.
A fight for P11 between Cody and
Yes, has
Jimstrom.
overtaken Volkswagen back, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where?
I don't know, maybe Volkswagen made a mistake or something. They're both on slots, so they're pushing a lot. And Kinkiski is now in P8.
Yeah, but Volkswagen, he has to be aware that Olisi has 6 seconds worth of penalty.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
By the way, sorry, Ale. Liebenau is 4 seconds behind YouTube Nova. He was overtaken last lap.
Yeah, I mean, they went conservative. They went really conservative because if you think, okay, the guy in front is faster than me, I want to get this podium, it's a wise move to get on hards, you know, because you cover the guys behind. But if you want to win this race, you need to risk, you know. It's about, I don't know, I mean, they went too conservative, in my opinion.
I agree.
And yeah, and if you go conservative, you never get the maximum like efficiency, like in a race, or maximum result, or whatever. You know, it's still the last race of the season. Just send it, guys, and have fun. And YouTube Nova is just taking advantage of what the others did. He made the strategy work. So till now, it's really looking good for him.
Absolutely, it does.
And
not a lot of action.
He's again behind Oli, but
yes,
yeah.
let's go on board with him. We might as well. As I said, not happening a lot right now in this race. It was an absolutely fantastic race, however, full with very interesting tactics, strategies by the runners, but also very good fighting. And let's say also some little bit of dirty blows between the drivers. However, it's the last race of the season, as we said. So I'm pretty sure that the stewards, if the stewards are even going to take a look at this, will be a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah.
Let's see if Volkswagen is able to overtake Olisi. In the second straight, Olisi he's not using his ERS, but he has quite a lot to use. Let's see if he's able to try to defend. No, he doesn't, and Volkswagen takes the position. But look, I mean, Volkswagen has 14% ERS. Olisi has 60. I mean, I know TRS is very powerful in this game, but I mean, you could have at least defended a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, if I was Volkswagen, I would just stick behind him and that's it. And GG. because I don't think he's gonna cover Tommy or something. So he already has gained as much as he could. And
but now, Ali, I want to make you understand one thing. Kinkiski right now, as things would stay, as things are right now, would actually be P6. Actually, be P6.
Yeah, he will be P6
for starting 19th.
Yeah, no, that's really good. I was watching the position change, and yeah, I think he will get driver of the day. 12 positions gained, plus the one you will get if nothing happens from tidal waves. 13 positions gained. Maybe he didn't have potential to win this race from the beginning, but still solid one, I think. And yeah, this end of the race is really looking like the real life Abu Dhabi race, to be honest. Not because of the drivers, of course, but not a lot of action on track. And
I mean, YouTube now has 10 seconds of advantage over Libano.
Yeah, I think Libano and Tommy are now eating their nails for being nervous for making this mistake. Like, I mean, if you get 10 seconds in like how many laps? 6 laps?
Yes,
laps?
5 laps.
Yeah, there's basically something wrong in here. This cannot happen. So
yeah, especially because we have seen how close for the whole race the pack was, and also we've seen it from previous race how once again really close they were. So it's all about the strategy. It's all about really having made a poor strategy choice. And I don't know if they go on.
Yeah, I think the most, as you can see, if you can see the gaps, they never had the tire advantage compared to the guys behind, but still Tommy can pit and be in front of Vax Viking in this moment of the race. So I think they would have even not gotten that much traffic. You know, YouTube Nova just pitted, came out in clean air, did his race, and he didn't even get affected by traffic or something. Libano and Tommy were just 1 second behind, so the difference wouldn't have been that much. They would have been in clean air as well, you know. So yeah, it's really wasted chance for both of them, to be honest.
I agree. I completely agree with you. I want to hope for them that it's because the game has somehow screwed them.
Yeah, I don't know. Furetto is behind ODD Reinheim at the moment. He actually ODD Reinheim overtook Furetto.
Yes, we were watching him on board.
Yeah. And 14 drivers, and now we are into the last lap. I think YouTube Nova just deserves this parade.
Yes, we're actually watching him.
Of the season, and really good race from him. He did what he should have done, and he gets the credit. And
he deserves it. He absolutely deserves it.
Yeah. But let's not curse him. So I will shut up for the rest of the lap because I think he's gonna kill me if he spins or something.
I mean, I think that even if he does spin, he will have all the time of the world to recover and win this race. He has 15 seconds worth of penalty.
Yeah, that's true.
He's only a couple of corners away from seeing the pyros and the fireworks flashing in front of his eyes. And YouTube Nova wins the Abu Dhabi Race Spec F1 2020 Tier 3 and Tier 4 race. Actually, has spun, but I think after the checkered flag, so...
That's the way of celebrating.
Yes, it is.
Special one.
Libanow will finish P2, 15 seconds behind YouTube Nova. He spawns as well. Tommy finishes P3. He's definitely happy to be on the podium. He's definitely happy for this season to be over, but he definitely must feel somehow disappointed for finishing so far behind YouTube Nova and Tommy and Liebenau. Sorry, Volkswagen Volkswagen finishes P4. Absolute fantastic race by him. He doesn't get any penalty. Olisi P5, Tidaway P6, but he has some penalties. Let's see if Kingiski is able to jump him. Maybe, yes, he does by 0.3 of a second. ODD right now finishes P9 because Furetto finishes P8. And, oh, WR Shumi P10. Cody P11. Jimstro P12. Jord is gonna, of course, arrive in P13. And closing the race will be Passion Jack arriving in P14. Actually, Jord jumps Jimstro at the end against P12. And Passion Jack actually goes wide, and I don't think he will. Yeah, he does donuts to celebrate the fact that the season is over. Sia has to cross the line though. Watching him right now, doing the donuts, and he decides to now cross the line. No, man, not yet, not yet. He wants to keep us once again. Watching.
Yeah, it was Alonso 2018, getting his farewell from Formula 1. I don't think Passion Jack is getting a farewell from Formula 1, to be honest. And it's not even a tribute, but still, having some donuts is always good to see. He crosses the line right
mercifully crosses the line.
With 1 lap less of fuel.
I don't know. Well, probably because he got lapped. Kingiski doesn't need to get driver of the day, as imagined by Alex Pato, and now the podium, of course, after 30 years of waiting for.
Looks like an Egyptian.
Yes, also after 30 years of waiting for the McLaren driver to stop doing his donuts. YouTube Nova is now finally able to celebrate and spray the rose water, not the champagne, of course, here in Abu Dhabi. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us for this final and last race of the season. It has been an absolute blast and honor for the both of us for commentating this amazing tier, especially this couple of last races where both tiers, both Tier 3 and Tier 4, have joined us. The race ends with YouTube Nova, the Ferrari driver, winning the race from Liebenau in P2 and Tommy in P3. And Alex, do you have any words before we close up the stream?
It's been a pleasure. It's really been a pleasure to commentate and watch these guys fighting and racing. And we just need to wait for a month and then we'll be here. And I'm really looking forward for this. But let's not forget to watch Tier 1 and Tier 2, who will be merged in around 10 minutes. So there will be a full grid as well, again. So don't forget to watch us. And I think for me it's good enough. Have a good Christmas, guys. And I'll see you in January.
Stay safe, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. Ciao a tutti.